Okay, my first interview question is, what is your dream job? My dream job is to become a teacher, specifically in a public school environment. I want to finish my college degree and complete it so then I can become a teacher. There was a time when I was trying to decide between going to school to be a veterinarian or trying to go to school to be a teacher. Either way I went, I knew that whatever I did, I would be still making a difference, helping the world. After doing some real thinking, I decided that being a veterinarian was not really what I wanted at the time. I decided that I wanted to be a teacher so much more than I did a veterinarian. I decided all of this whenever I was 7 years old. I'm not sure what had me thinking about what I wanted to do when I grew up, but I just did. I want to be a teacher because I feel that my own way of being able to make a difference in the world is through the people that will be living on the earth long after I'm gone. I've always had a passion for teaching and surrounding myself with little ones who are just starting to begin their lives. The innocence of a child is a whole new world. Being a teacher is also a very rewarding career, if you ask me. It can be difficult and exhausting at times, but it has never held me back from doing what I love. I've been able to build such a bond with these kids and then build a bond with me, and it has made such a difference in their life just as it has in mine. It is really something special when you get the chance to get to know a child that has so many hopes, wants, and dreams, just as we all do too. Being able to watch them grow into themselves and who they're meant to be and see the knowledge growing that you have put there has been a huge part in the development and is very encouraging and uplifting. My second question is, give a time that you went above and beyond the requirements for a project. I've always tried to go above and beyond my requirements because I feel that if I don't, I'm only doing what is expected of me, and that's just not what I'm about. I want to let people know that I'm always willing to do more than is expected of me. I was raised to always do that and to push myself farther than what was expected. If I'm capable, I will do so without any trouble, but I may struggle at times, and all I can do is to continue to tell myself that anything is possible and to stay as positive as I can. This sets a good image for myself and also shows that I care about more than just the basic requirements of a task, situation, or project. At the time that I went above and beyond which was required of me was a time while I was working in the daycare. There was a child there that was in my class when I started working there. She did really well with me, but I was only there for a few short hours at the end of the day. I was moved a few short months after that into the 4-year-old classroom and made the master teacher in the pre-K room. I was hearing that the teacher was having a really hard time with the student and that she was having a hard time in the classroom with her classmates as well. I overheard my bosses talking about removing her from the class and from the daycare because of all of that. I know that I would never be able to forgive myself if I didn't try to do something to prevent her second chance being taken away from her. I knew that I needed to do something to try and help. So I thought of my plan of action, and I decided to confront my bosses and ask them if there was any option to have her moved into my classroom to see if I would be able to do anything for her that somebody else may not have been able to do. I wanted to try and help her feel more at peace with coming to school and being around other kids and the teachers. Once she started in my room, everything was going really well. About a month or two into her being in my class, she started to become different. Her attitude had changed, and I did my best to stay positive about this and to try and help her, but no matter what I did, it all seemed to continue to go downhill from there. I didn't ever really know what I was going to do to help her, but I knew that I had to start somewhere and try. I spent tons of extra time with her. I gave her special jobs in the classroom. I praised her when she made good choices, and even though her choices weren't so good all the time, I sat down with her and discussed everything all the time. I did all of this in hopes that she would see that I did care about her and I did care about what she wanted. I tried looking at other possible factors and tried talking to her mom about her home life, but her mother was never really willing to open up and try to solve anything with me. The student became very attached to me as I did with her, but soon she started yelling, screaming, and hitting. I had her in my room for about a year with all this happening on a daily basis. She started to hit the other children in the class and continued to hit me as well. I felt that this was a point where I needed to accept the fact that I couldn't do anything more than what I had already done. She had made tons of progress in certain areas, but in others she hadn't made any. Even a small step for a child may be a really big one to them. My experience with this child was that by far one of the most extreme experiences I have yet to experience in childcare. My third interview question is, discuss your educational background. I've completed 4 years of high school and received my high school diploma. Before graduating from high school, I applied to attend a vocational school called Francis Tuttle. I chose to apply there with their early childhood and development course so that I could further my education in childcare. This course was a 2-year course. Applying to Francis Tuttle was my way of getting my foot in the door to learning more about the educational process. I actually entered a college environment. I fast-tracked and was able to finish the course in under a year and a half, and as soon as I finished at Francis Tuttle, I applied at Oklahoma State University, Oklahoma City, where I'm currently at, and started my degree for early child care and education. During my time at Francis Tuttle, though, I was able to build relationships and memories with the children there, the teachers, my teacher, as well as my classmates who had the same goal as I did. I've always had my mind set on this particular career path, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I am blessed to say that I don't have to drag myself to work every day and don't have to consider what I do to be work.